So tell me what's going on this weekend?
This is the official closing of Club Monies. Club Monies has been in existence in Macon for 11 years. Actually, we've been in this location for 6 years, and we were downtown for 5.
And what is behind the decision to close?
Well, I have a calling on my life to do outside missionary work. The music business has allowed me to be able to connect with young people and bridge the gap between the older generation and the younger generation. And I feel like God is calling me out of this environment so I can be more effective.
And when you say effective, what do you plan to do? I mean, what's on your list? What's next?
Well, I have been talking with the Macon Housing Authority about opening up a computer lab and a music studio to teach Music 101 and to teach kids how to become producers, writers, and engineers, and how to do video production. I'm not doing it to make money, to charge people for studio time and things like that. It's an educational tool. Music has to focus around young people, and I want to use that to my advantage to teach them how to use music to do other things and have other options in their life.
Why is it so important to have those other options?
Because a lot of kids think that the guy behind the mic is the only way to be successful. You know, kids think you got to be a ball player or you got to be an entertainer. But it's the people behind them. There's a whole slew of people behind them that really runs that. A car is only good as the engine that it carries. So it's the people behind them like T.I. and Jeezy. It's Jason Jeter that runs Grand Hustle. It's Kinky B that runs CTE. Those are the people that make the artists successful.
So you plan to emphasize the education behind running, marketing, and producing a business?
Yes, definitely. But we're going to use that as a stepping stone to teach them the real important things. And the real important things is don't use drugs, don't get in gangs, stay in school.
And over the years, what have you noticed with Club Monies and how have things changed within the club?
Well, it's a new generation of young people. It's not like it used to be. When I first came to Macon, there was only 3 clubs. It was us, it was Grant's, and it was the Cadillac. Today, there are so many clubs. And a lot of the businesses are in it for the money, and they're not necessarily in it to educate or provide quality entertainment. And in the left hand don't know what the right hand is doing. Some things might go on at one place and carry over to another place. I personally think that Macon need a music czar, somebody that communicates or is the liaison person between all entertainment resources here in Middle Georgia, and also that can communicate effectively with the police department, the mayor's office, and the public. Well, I have a really good relationship with the police department. I have a really good relationship with the mayor's office and the public in general. So I've done the best I could. I don't want to put another man down for the way he runs his business, because we are all doing it as a form of survival and support for our families. So I don't want to say that somebody else's place is worse than somebody else's. And of course, I'm not going to say that mine is worse than anyone else's. But, you know, I would just say everyone has a share. And that's not just Macon, that's everywhere.
Your crowd has changed over the years?
Yes, I think young people in general has changed. It has. When I first got to Macon, a lot of it was college students. College night was a big night. We did a lot of parties with fraternities and sororities, and they just don't party like that anymore. They don't come out as much. And I'm not sure what they're doing other than having their own private functions. Now facilities like Mercer have big auditoriums and...
So who does come out? If it's not those college kids, who's coming out?
Local people mostly. I mean, and not just from Macon, all surrounding counties. You'll get Perry, Hawkinsville, Fort Valley, you'll get Forsyth, you get Barnesville. They come from all over. You know, Macon is the biggest city in those counties, so they come from all over.
How's business been?
For me, it hasn't been that great over the past year, and I think mainly because I lost my enthusiasm. The club business, it takes a lot of planning and networking and negotiations with artists, and I lost my enthusiasm because my focus became community oriented, my focus became spiritual, working with churches and community organizations like Community Unity, the Mentors Project of Bibb County, Adopt the Role Model, Power Source Unlimited.
How did running the club stifle you from those efforts, as you said earlier?
Because to be honest, this is the Bible Belt. I mean, a lot of people, no matter how effective I became and how I was able to connect with young people, the older generation still have a problem with G money. They still can't get past club monies. So in order for me to be ultimately effective and be able to win the confidence of some of the older generation that will continue and allow me to continue to work with the younger generation, I have to let club money go. You know, and that's what's in my heart. It's not that I'm forced to do that. That's what I want to do.
A higher calling.
Yes, a much higher calling.
And name some of the, you produced for who, and kind of, who called you this past week? You mentioned it on the phone.
Yes, I can't mention one of the guys' name. I don't want to get in trouble, but I can say that I was talking to Rico, that works for Bad Boy South, that works for Block Entertainment, and he works directly and indirectly with Diddy. Rico and I was talking on the phone, and there was a couple of other people on the phone, and they said, they actually asked me not to give up. They said that Macon wouldn't be the same. The music industry for Middle Georgia won't be the same, because I've helped people change their careers. People like Young Jock and Gorilla Zoe, T.I., Lil Wayne, Jeezy. I'm featured in 2 different books talking about Young Jeezy, because I remember Young Jeezy being outside the club begging to come in, and he had his own record label at the time, and he had some problems with that, and he decided to open his he decided to become an artist, and he did, and he's very successful as a result. But
how did you help them?
Well, I provided a platform for them to present their material with a target audience, and the quality of the marketing and promotion I did by communicating with the media, radio, television, massive street promotion and marketing.
Did you produce for these T.I., Young Jock, Jeezy?
Not as a music producer, but as an executive producer, trying to put the whole package together. I guess I can claim some of that. I am, Jeezy did give me a thank you and some credits in a couple of his albums, and if you look in the credits in the Trap or Die DVD, CD, you'll see my name, Bone Crusher, and just a number of people like that.